I met a gentleman by the name of Garth Johns because I'm a captain on a part-time fire department in my hometown. Our hometown is about 40,000 people, and we're part of what's called the GTA, which is the Greater Toronto Area. Something I haven't really discussed a whole lot of, but I've done a lot of education in that area and a lot of different incident command structures and dealing with guidelines and policies and procedures and so on and so forth. We had a difficulty in our department amongst I guess what circumvents communication. And our municipality contacted this gentleman by the name of Garth Johns. And Garth Johns came in and did a 6-hour workshop with the senior officer corps of the department. And I was fortunate enough to be involved with that. And what came out of it was a lot of self-realization of the skill it takes to communicate with people and to get along with people. And it's certainly not easy. The workshop that we did was about how to work individually, how to work together, how you view a team, how you view your workplace, how you view others around you, and certainly getting into whether you're a leader or a manager and understanding the differences, understanding where we've come with our workplace with respect to unions, with respect to tough bosses, good bosses, bad bosses, good management, bad management. And it was a real eye-opener, a real learning experience. And the book that Garth based what we did, or he wrote a book on because he does this type of thing in the corporate world, was called Common Sense Leadership. And Common Sense Leadership is a book that talks about how to be, talks about how to try to make a better workplace. In the 10 chapters and the 10 elements of that book, I took and I applied it to the farrier world. And that is where I made my PowerPoint and where we talked about how to be a millionaire farrier. And that was kind of a tongue-in-cheek topic, but when I went over the numbers in the presentation, the numbers that represent and what a farrier can earn, the normal farrier, the average farrier, there's no joke about it, will make well over $1 million in their career, and what are they going to do with it? And I think farriers should hold their head high for that. I ended up contacting this gentleman, Garth Johns, after our 6-hour classroom session on how to be and how to work together better. And I talked to him about an idea to come up with a new book called Common Sense Leadership Farrier Edition. And Garth primarily has wrote that book. And we are hoping that it will give some new outlook to farriers who are currently working. We're hoping it will provide some leadership to new farriers coming into the industry. Myself, I'd always try to remember yesterday. And starting out in the industry, it was difficult to find an apprenticeship. It was difficult to find somebody that was willing to share. One of those people that has shared in our industry time and time and time again is Bud Williman in Simpsonville, Kentucky, and I was lucky enough to spend a short period of time with him. And he did it so without reward. He just did it because that's who he is. And he gives back to this industry constantly. And there are so many other people in our farrier industry that do that. We need to find them and get them forward more. And I'm hoping that this book, Common Sense Leadership Farrier Edition, will be an inspiration to those to step forward and to lead and to share the knowledge that they have. When we look at the International Hoof-Care Summit here in 2013, there are approximately 850 attendees, which is so much more than last year. When you consider the United States alone with an approximate 30,000 farriers, there's no reason why that number shouldn't be double, triple, quadruple. We need to get farriers educated. By and large, that is what holds our industry hostage, and hopefully we can get people engaged to share more knowledge.